Hello, everyone, and I am back with some more news. Plant-based news, of course, vegan news, some exciting news here. So Beyond Meat has been well, taking over. It's been amazing to see how many companies are using Beyond Meat, including the latest, as I said, Tim Hortons. I haven't found it yet, but someone told me they heard they're serving them in Brampton, the Beyond Sausage at Tim Hortons. In any case, this time there is some news with Impossible Foods, and I think that's what we're going to start seeing. Other companies will be trying to snare deals with Impossible Foods and other big plant-based meatless meat makers. So Little Caesars is the latest chain that is going to be offering Impossible Foods meat. And it says you can try Impossible Foods' new meatless sausage on Little Caesars pizzas. So if you're a fan of sausage pizza, but wonder if they could be done even better, whether for health reasons, environmental ones, or just queasiness about eating intestines, yeah, nice. You're the target market for the new Impossible Supreme Pizza at Little Caesars. The pizza chain announced today that it's testing out pizzas with sausage from Impossible Foods, a fast-growing plant-based meat startup. They're testing this out at locations in Florida, New Mexico, and Washington State. CNN Business reported that Little Caesars and Impossible Foods have been working together on the sausage since October. Impossible Foods has never sold sausage before. It's known for its ground beef and burger offerings. It's developed the sausage just for Little Caesars, so that's pretty exciting. It's been an incredible few months for Impossible Foods and its competitors in the plant-based meat industry. The company announced in April it's partnering with Burger King to offer plant-based Whoppers. Early reviews and sales look good. Burger King joined White Castle, which sells Impossible Foods sliders, and Carl's Jr.'s, which sells burgers from Impossible Foods competitor Beyond Meat. Qdoba announced that they'd be offering the Impossible Bowl and Impossible Taco at their U.S. location. So we've got some big stuff going on here. And as I said in a previous video, 2019 is really proving to be the year of vegan even more, in that companies, big business, is jumping on getting meatless options. Now, this in particular, I guess, is not specifically vegan if you're going to have the cheese with the dairy cheese. I don't know if Little Caesars in the U.S. has vegan cheese, but you could always have a cheeseless pizza and have this be one of your toppings and have it vegan that way. So investors have hopped on the bandwagon. Beyond Meat's stock surged after its IPO in early May. It initially offered its stock at $25 and is now trading at $90. Impossible Foods raised $300 million in more funding and may be looking at an IPO itself. It'll need the new funding to keep up with the surge in demand. Right now, CNN Business reports the company won't have enough capacity to keep up with the demand for the Impossible Supreme if Little Caesars decides to offer it in its more than 4,000 locations nationwide. Wow. The rise of plant-based foods is a big deal. Okay, there's a lot wrong with our food system, from animal cruelty to antibiotic resistance. And I like that this is a Vox.com article, so it's not even like a specifically vegan site. To its contributions to climate change, but people really like meat, and unfortunately people are selfish and they don't want to change things they like, no matter the consequences. So options like this really do help. So that's where plant-based meats can come in. Products like veggie burgers, fake chicken, soy, and almond milk are growing in popularity and market share. Impossible Foods makes its product with heme, a protein that's cultivated from soybean roots, and is credited for lending the Impossible Burger its strikingly meaty flavor. Even people who eat meat are often happy to substitute an equally tasty alternative that's better for the world. So Beyond Meat founder Ethan Brown told my colleague that 93% of consumers who buy Beyond Meat also buy animal meat, and he's fine with that. It's a sign these products, far from being just for vegans, are going mainstream. With the surge of consumer and restaurant interest in plant-based foods has come a surge in investment from titans of the meat industry. Last fall, Purdue announced it was looking into its own plant-based products. Tyson Foods announced in February it's launching a plant-based product line. And since 2016, Tyson has also made investments in plant-based and lab-grown meat research and operations. So, there's big money going on here in terms of the demand, and that's fantastic. But that's not the only news about Impossible Foods. And let me just take a look here, because I saw this as well. Impossible Arby's. Arby's looks to add plant-based Impossible meat to the menu. The chain, known for its all-meat sandwiches and anti-vegetarian marketing campaigns, you might remember that last one, what was it, a year ago or so, is one of several companies showing interest in the plant-based company. So this, I saw this last week and didn't get to make this video. It was my birthday yesterday and my mom's Sunday. We went away for the weekend. Anyway, meat-centric chain Arby's has shown interest in working with the plant-based company Impossible Foods, yada yada. So I saw this, and then I happened to, when I was looking up the articles to do my video here, I saw this. Oh, where's it gone? Oh, come on. I gotta make sure that's okay. We have the meatless never, vows Arby's president. So when Arby's president Rob Lynch looked at his newsfeed Wednesday morning, he saw a headline that made him wonder if he was having a meat sweats-induced nightmare. A website priding itself on being the ultimate source for all things vegan claimed the chain, whose slogan is "We have the meats," was in talks with Impossible Foods to add a plant-based burger to the menu. Although carnivore-loving fast food giants like Burger King and Little Caesars have embraced Impossible partnerships in the last 2 months, Arby's has no intention of following suit. "It won't happen on my watch," Lynch tells Fortune. "The only way it would be if I got fired for some reason." Lynch recalled his momentary panic after reading the misreport. "Please, please, please say it ain't so." He quickly queried colleagues who reassured their boss no one was exploring plant-based options. And oh my gosh, does this sound like a triggered guy right here? Like, even if your company got smart and offered some plant-based options, no one's going to force it down your throat. You can continue to eat, meat products to your heart's discontent if that's what you want to do. But like this attitude right here, that's a total carnist triggered reaction. So the next step, a fast foods chain quickly barraged journalists with Arby's no meatless at Arby's gospel. Lynch said Arby's embracing the meatless craze would muddy the restaurant's all about the meat image, which has been fundamental to its financial upswing. Well, he's not paying attention, is he? Has he seen what the stock for Beyond Meat is doing? Has he seen what other companies are doing in terms of offering plant-based options and selling more and more? "You have to stand for something," Lynch said. "Oh, great. With animal byproduct patriotism. We've turned this brand around by making big, high-quality, meaty, abundant sandwiches. That's who we are." And he probably thinks he has canine teeth and that he goes out and, hunts down cows and, gets them by the throat with his teeth and kills them as well. Give me a break. Anyway, his reaction is way over the top, but, fine. They're not looking to do anything meatless, and good for you guys if that's what you want. Stay with the trends of the past while others are moving forward. An Impossible Food spokesperson declined to speak to media reports of Arby's approaching them about a partnership, telling Fortune the meatless startup is currently focused on scaling operations to meet the growing demand for its products at more than 7,000 restaurants where it is currently sold. So, wow. And one more thing, although I don't have this up here, I'm just going to say that in Canada, there's a restaurant called the Lone Star Cafe, and I saw a commercial today, and it was showing the sizzling fajitas, and I used to work at the Lone Star Cafe some years back, and in that moment I thought, I wonder if they're offering like a tofu or something, or maybe I could go in and have a meatless, like a veggie fajita, and like bring my own sour cream. And at the end of the commercial, it said, "Now offering Beyond Meat fajitas." So I was ecstatic in that moment, because that's one thing I would love to go and try. And yes, I'd bring some of my Wayfair sour cream. Let me just see if I can find something here. But, yeah. Okay, here we go. Lone Star Grill introduces Beyond Meat fajitas. To keep up with Canadians' demand for plant-based alternatives, Lone Star Texas Grill has expanded their menu to include the new Beyond Meat fajita. The Beyond Meat fajita provides guests with freshly baked tortillas, a sizzling skillet, and unlimited toppings to make their fajitas their own, but without the meat. The Beyond Meat crumble contains 20 grams of protein. We've listened to our guest feedback. Oh, good to hear. I'm so glad. And have partnered with Beyond Meat to launch our new plant-based protein fajita. This just goes to show it does pay to put your feedback out there to people. Maybe not to Arby's, but to other companies. And we spent a lot of time creating this extension of our signature fajitas, and with the increased demand for alternative protein, the Beyond Meat crumble was the perfect fit. We'll be continuing to look at ways to incorporate Beyond Meat into other signature Tex-Mex dishes like burritos, enchiladas. Oh, you can totally do all that. I mean, come on, that's exactly what you can do. And you can have your nachos with some Beyond Meat on there. Hello. Now we just need to have a legit vegan cheese across the board also being offered. So guys, that is it for right now. Exciting news and questionable news where Arby's is concerned. But again, the news is positive. Thanks for watching, and of course, leave your comments. I'll see you guys in the next video.